So the state of play just rolled by, and honestly, it kind of sucked. Well, except for Spider-Man 2, that thing is shaping up to be a masterpiece, but hang tight because I have got a bone to pick with it, and we're diving deep into that later on. But first, let's address the huge, enormous, impossibly large elephant in the room. Where is the PS5 Slim, Sony? I mean, come on, we know it's there, hiding somewhere in your high-security vaults. The leaks are practically flooding the internet. It's the worst-kept secret like ever. Now, my hunch, my little theory in this grand scheme of things, is that maybe, just maybe, Sony hasn't sold enough of the PS5s yet. Yeah, they are pushing hard, even rolling out new plates for the PS5 to spice things up a bit. But come on, Sony, we see right through it. I've been on this day and night, scouring every nook and cranny of the internet, probably visited more websites than there are stars in the sky. And yes, risking the sanctity of my PC, diving into places I probably shouldn't have been. All for a glimpse, a hint, a taste of that PS5 Slim news that we are all desperate for. But no, nothing, nada, zilch. Sony, we know you have it in the pipelines, quite literally because the pipes are leaking all over. I've done my homework, I know it's there. I mean, seriously, I have turned every virtual stone. I might have even gotten malware on my PC looking for it. Sony, for the love of gaming, just dropped the news already. Alright folks, we had hopes higher than the skyscrapers in Spider-Man's Manhattan for Sony's state of play, especially considering the Tokyo Game Show is just around the corner and Nintendo dropping bombs in its own direct on the same day. Yet here we are, sort of dazzled but majorly left craving for more. I mean, come on, we were all thinking it, right? Perhaps a performance patch for Bloodborne on the PlayStation 5, or a stellar new trailer for that bombastic action game Stellar Blade from Shift Up. And oh, how we yearned for a glimpse of Insomniac Games' Wolverine. But let's break down what we did see. Now, Sony has a knack for embracing the weird and the wonderful in gaming, a tradition upheld with the reveal of Baby Steps, a literal walking simulator coming from the minds behind Get Over It. A quirky choice to kick things off, to say the least. We got a nudge, a gentle reminder that the PSVR 2 is still a thing with trailers rolling out for Ghostbusters, Rise of the Ghost Lord, and Resident Evil 4 VR. And let's not forget that new DLC Separate Ways for Resident Evil 4. But here comes the big hitter, Spider-Man 2 swinging into the limelight with an electrifying blend of fresh and familiar footage, showcasing seamless character switching, exhilarating fast travel, and the promise of over 65 suits to grind for. October 20th can't come soon enough. I've got to admit, I'm a bit on the fence about this new gliding mechanic they've introduced. Spider-Man has always been about that swing, the rhythm of swooping between skyscrapers with a grace that's almost balletic. And now we see moments where it almost looks like our hero is flying rather than swinging. It's a significant departure, and while it certainly brings something new to the table, I can't shake off the feeling that it might just, well, break the immersion we've come to love in a Spider-Man game. It kind of steps on the toes of what Spider-Man is fundamentally about, don't you think? But hey, I am willing to give it a chance, and perhaps it will integrate well with Spider-Man's iconic airborne acrobatics, adding a fresh layer to his navigational abilities. October 20th is the date to mark, and we are holding our breaths to see how this turns out. But the crown jewel of the presentation, the awe-inspiring trailer for Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. Folks, we are talking about massive zones to explore, a rich action combat system, and a narrative woven with fascinating story beats that seem to promise an adventure of a lifetime coming this February on the PS5.
What are you talking about?
As you can see, your brothers down there are having a little get-together.
They're our best chance of finding Sephiroth.